your news channel, your partner.
You know, I'm really excited about tonight's episode because I get to meet someone who almost became the customs chief, but that's not even the story. I get to meet someone who's trying to change the world one Zoom at a time. Long story short, there's only one person who can do that. The CEO of eMotors, Elizabeth Lee. Come on. Hi, Beth.
Hi, Martin.
And I'm Juan. I learned that in the Middle East. Have a seat, have a seat. Why do you think your life is a roller coaster ride from the automotive industry to what you do now?
Because there's so many ups and downs.
Oh, that's not the end of it? Okay, there's more. Okay.
Yeah, there's more.
Dun-dun-dun.
So it's exhilarating.
Very good.
Yeah, but well, the whole point of this, it's being in a social enterprise and doing very differently from what I used to do, where I used to talk to people who are, CEOs. Now with the social enterprise, with electric vehicles, electric trikes, I'm talking to like tricycle drivers,
Right.
SMEs. So it really is a roller coaster ride because as an entrepreneur, you do everything.
And there's lots of ups and downs in your
A lot of,
correct?
yes.
Correct. The struggle was there in the beginning. And a lot of your friends may say that you coming from, you're at the top of your game in the corporate world, and now you're doing this
Crazy thing.
social enterprise. Some people might think, what, are you crazy? You have everything, and now you're going to do something, that's going to make a difference in life, but may not make you rich. It may even make you poor.
You are so right there. But people have said, this is you're a fish out of water.
Yeah.
You're so crazy. But then, I think Steve Jobs was the one, it's the crazy ones who think that they can make a difference that actually do, something like that. So I think I learned my lesson actually from my mom when I used to be with Nissan, and we did this Your Van, Your Business program. And so for every van that we sold, a percentage went to a Christian Foundation's microfinance arm. And then that provided seed money for the poorest of the poor to start their own businesses.
Wow.
So what I learned from there, selling, the van at that time was like 1.2 million. And we helped 7,400 families. So that actually made an impact on me when I saw what a difference it could actually make. Now imagine if I'm selling something that's just a third of the cost. How many more lives can we help? So it's fulfillment. It's actually having a purpose and knowing that the little thing that you can do, making use of your life that God gave you, talents, God gave you abundance, to be able to actually sort of like, kind of pay it forward, but, help someone else actually become
That's right.
who they want to be.
That's right.
So we're the vehicle, pun intended, to be used so that you can actually be empowered. So a lot of the people that we target are women because it's easy to drive.
Well, not only that, you told me something during breakfast that the women, especially the Filipino women, are somehow overlooked in some areas of the world and in areas of life. But when it comes to the sari stores, there's a whole list of things that they are so good at doing, right? Now in the world of cars, some people may think that is a man's world. How did a woman dominate a man's world?
No, I think that's really God's blessing. I mean, I think everything is sort of like, destiny. My first job was with SGV, Arthur Anderson at that time. My first client was in the auto industry. So from there, I was introduced to so many people, and then I actually ended up doing part of the family business for Nissan for 12 years.
And then when did eMotors start?
eMotors started like a few months after that. I remembered I was in this sort of like fork of the road. I left Nissan. I was asked, funny enough, to be like a part of the administration of the previous president as customs commissioner, which is very interesting. But Mom vetoed that decision.
We love Mom.
Yes. But then, I was thinking back, like, when was the time that I was most happiest? And I remember the time I was happiest was when I saw that what we were doing with the Your Van, Your Business actually helped people be empowered to do their own businesses.
Do you follow through? I mean, do you really see the results immediately? Is that how you transformed from what you were used to doing and what you're used to being? Your expectations weren't as great as they are now. I mean, now it almost sounds like a song or a poem. Is this really possible? Does this really happen in life where someone can really self-sustain themselves with the likes of EMOTORS?
I would like to actually see more of it, but I think part of the journey really is what I used to do. I spoke with like CEOs and people who are of wealth. Now it's totally different. So it gives me a different angle. It also shows me the lack and the need of a lot of people that we should be so grateful of what we have. So I think it's more of that, and then now that gives me the impetus and also the sort of like encouragement and incentive for myself to do more so that I can make an impact. Because my mom always tells me, that if you died tomorrow, did it make a difference that you live today? You make sure that every day that you live, you actually do something.
That's right. And coming from a corporate world, though, I mean, that's like first class and everything, And was the transition hard going from corporate world to where you are now?
It's very different. So it's like 180-degree shift. It's very, very different. But I am grateful, though, Martin. I'm very grateful because I think it has opened my eyes, and I am very thankful that I am given this part of it's a gift. It's like a gift from God saying that this is part of my journey. Keep on doing what you're doing, because anything that's valuable, it takes work.
That's right.
It's hard. I mean, right? So I am very thankful for everything that comes my way.
Well, Beth, what's hard is to sustain this vision of yours, because it's very easy to take the easy road and just say, you know what, ayoko na.
Yeah.
Kakapagod pala to. There's no rewards, immediate rewards.
Right.
No one even knows I'm doing this kind of a thing. It's the gratefulness is late,
Yes.
And I know you're not doing it for the pats on the back, but it must be frustrating sometimes that you don't get the immediate, like in a performance we have applause.
Yes.
In your world, the applause, if it comes, comes very late. How does that feel?
Yeah. Actually, I learned early on that all these accolades, it's really fleeting. I mean, just recently, the likes of Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade, I mean, that it's not really the applause, it's not the accolades, it's not that, because they left that wasn't it.
Right.
So I think the bottom line, the very meaning of what we do, the basic meaning is really do everything with love. Everything with love. So that gives you fulfillment. So that's what keeps the juices going. That's what keeps me saying that, if I do this and someone says that, thank you for giving me this. Yeah. For giving me the tools. All they need is really just the tools, and it's not much.
That's right.
So when they come back and say, you changed something, you helped me change my life, or help me go towards fulfilling what I would want for my family, then that reward is priceless.
And then everyone benefits.